Hello, it's Richard Balser here from Property Investor News here at the Property Investor Show. And today I am with Jack Jiggins and Ben Richards. Good afternoon, guys.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. So, why are you here today?
So we are actually here as part of the Property Investor Awards.
Yeah.
We won Property Deal of the Year 2022. We came runner-up in Property Development of the Year in 2021. So yeah, this time around we did the business. We've been on a panel today, which is really exciting, discussing why we won the award, what the deal was about, and yeah, we're now exhibiting and speaking to lots of other property investors.
Yeah, well, I follow what you guys are doing. I know you've been making great strides in recent years. So the project in Reading that you the runner-up from award a couple of years ago now. Just very briefly, what was that about? That was a project in Reading, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was an administration sale of a mixed-use site which consisted of 4 apartments, 7 really small offices and an industrial building.
Yeah.
We bought the site unconditionally, took it through planning permission, got a planning permission for a single-storey extension from the rear, a double-storey extension at the front, to convert it to 7 offices and 7 apartments.
Yeah.
And we thought it was such a complicated deal with every nuance of development that you can picture, with business rates, with lease management, asset management, planning, new build development. We submitted that, came second.
Yes.
So we decided to regroup, and actually when the awards came around, because the application process takes about 6 months to go through to the awards and the dinner, I said to Ben, the mill will win this next year, and that's what pushed us on to submit this year again. Okay,
so so this year, a submission, which one, and just sort of explain.
What it was?
Yeah.
So it's a block of 14 flats in South Oxfordshire. So it's a bit of an asset management play.
Right.
It was held by the same company for 50 years. Very tied and derelict landlords that kind of just wanted to get out. So it's hugely under rented.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of extra potential in just increasing the leases, and also adding a bit of extra square footage as well up in the loft, with further development potential down the line as well as sort of in the back pocket.
Right.
And Jack will talk through the figures.
Yeah, so the 14 flats, when we were buying this site, COVID was very apparent, and there was banks and buyers not actually that active in the market.
Right.
So we took it with an 8% yield on the purchase price of 1.5 million, which was a greater figure than our debt costs. So for us, it was a very low risk deal.
Yeah.
We served notice on the existing occupied flats to up the rents to market value for the condition that it was in. We were enabled to get into some of the empty flats and start renovating them back to reconfiguring them, converting from 1 bed to 2 bed. And we slowly, over the 18 months, went flat by flat by flat. At the most, we had, I think, 3 or 4 flats in construction at any time. But we were moving the tenants around and upping the rents as we went.
Yes.
So we managed to, by the end of it, spend about £400,000 in refurbishment costs. We bought the site for 1.517 million with associated costs on top of that. So we're in at a total cost just over 2 million quid.
Yeah.
The asset's worth about £3.1 million now on a red book.
Right.
We've decided to hold it, so most of the money back out if we all of it, and then the obviously maintain of the asset. The rent roll went from 110,000 per annum to 190,000 per annum.
Wow.
So a 52% increase on the rent when we bought the site.
Yeah.
So a huge cash cow as a refinancing.
Yeah. And you're going to hold that long term?
Yes.
Or until such time as
until
a better opportunity comes along?
Exactly, and that's with an investor that's actually subsequently invested in our second largest scheme to date, which we completed on in January. So we'd like to work with investment partners that can move from one project to the next.
Of course. Yes.
Can recycle their cash and give them great returns and kind of compound that.
Okay, well, I'm going to be coming on to see you guys in upcoming weeks, and we'll look a little more closely probably at that project which won the award, if that's convenient, and talk about and maybe look at another one that you're currently working on. I think, Jack, you said to me the other day, you've got quite a number of projects that you're working on.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, well, listen, it's great to meet up with you at the show, to learn about your success and what you're currently doing. So it's Richard Balser, Property Investor News, here at the Property Investor Show with Jack Jiggins and Ben Richards. And just remind us, what's the website address for you guys?
xpproperty.co.uk.
Thank you very much. There we are. Thanks.